Yeah. Welcome back, bitches. Triple Nexus. I think this is episode 9 now. That shit's crazy, bro. We got 9 episodes of this bitch out. 9.
Arr.
Damn. Doing this for almost over 2 months. And the first time we did it was because we thought TikTok was gonna go down. Now y'all are stuck with us. That shit's crazy. Welcome back. I'm Nerd Papa Andy Burns.
For like the TikTok ban, and now we're just like here.
Just yapping,
Hello.
bro. Yeah, right. All right, let's get into it, you guys. If you're on our page, you know we follow Triple Nexus podcast on TikTok. We got a TikTok page up. You guys know you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on YouTube. I stream this on my Twitch. Just literally look up Triple Nexus. If you can't find us this time, you're a bitch. Let's get into the anime shit. So I got into an argument with somebody because I saw a TikTok post the other day, and it was talking about Luffy and the true nature of his fruit and everything like that. And so, Burns, I know you had questions about it, so absolutely, what I'm about to say and the people who I'm about to shit on have nothing to do with you, because you have shown it is out of a genuine place of like, let me ask, curiosity, not people just refusing to read the One Piece fucking manga. Okay.
Yeah.
Luffy never, ever in the entire history of One Piece had a fruit called the Gamu Gamu no Mi, which is the gum gum fruit, which turns him into rubber and puts him as a rubber man. That never happened. His true nature of this fruit, spoilers for people who haven't read Wano, the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika, the human fruit. That is what that shit is called. He transforms into the sun god Nika when he is awakened, right? And that power of sun god Nika is turning his imagination into a reality with a rubbery-like body. I got into an argument. There are people who disagree with me, and I fully welcome disagreements, but I'm just taking the manga word for word, bar for bar. His body itself, in my opinion, is not rubber. Or at least they have not said that it is rubber since Gear 5. It's always words like properties of rubber, rubbery-like body, or Vegapunk even says it's elastic and stretch. I think it's not rubber because it allows him to use that imagination to the fullest extent, to be able to stretch his body without breaking it, to be able to form his body into whatever shapes that he imagines. Obviously, he doesn't know that that's his fruit. The awakening kind of acts like a paramecia, like turning the ground into elastic and shit like that, because that's what he thinks his fruit is. You know what I mean? I'm not of the camp that he stretches in the beginning, or he stretched when Shanks pulled him because he thought the fruit was rubber. So no. Nika has a rubbery-like body. I just don't think that he's rubber itself. It's a thing. It's a thing to make him use that imagination and reality. That's my point. Burns, I know you had a question. Andy, I want to hear your take first, and then Burns, you can, because I know you have something counterintuitive to that. So I want to hear your questions, and I want to be able to talk about it. So Andy, let me hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Nerdking on this one about Nika not necessarily being rubber, but having the properties of rubber. And I sort of gave the example of how, like, in the series, we see how different people have different types of devil fruits that give them properties of a thing without actually being the thing. And the example I gave is like Fire Fist Ace is fire because his Logia fruit quite literally makes him fire. However, Marco has properties of fire because he is a phoenix, right? So being a phoenix's body is made out of fire, but that doesn't mean that Marco is literally fire. It just means he has properties of fire by nature of being a phoenix. So I agree with Nerdking's explanation, where that Nika is somebody who is sort of like the epitome of like freedom and imagination, and we see in like cartoons all the time, right? Like part of that like freedom, part of that liberty, part of the like jovial nature is squash and stretch. So I think that Nika has the ability to squash and stretch. His body is not like confined to any like to any limitations of physics, which is why when Luffy's first ate the fruit and Shanks like pulled his arm, like right, it's stretched. I think that that's like a properties of like a squash and stretch that comes along with the Nika fruit. But I don't think that that is the. So I think it has the properties of rubber, just like bungee gum has the properties of rubber, but doesn't make it actually rubber. Right? If he had the Gamu Gamu no Mi that was a Logia that gave him rubber abilities and like made him literally rubber, that would be one thing. But I think he has the properties of rubber as part of like the squash and stretch mechanics of Nika himself.
1,000%. I absolutely agree. And I also think, before we get to you, Burns, I think that the people talk about imagination where it's only available when he's awakened. That's also not true. It's his freest form when he's awakened, right? And that's able to do everything that he wants to. The power takes itself a step above. If you're not the rubber fruit, then him stretching or like making gear 2 and all of that stuff is not using rubber. That's using the properties of rubber in like an imagination sense, but it all comes from the sun god Nika. That's the whole fucking shape of everything. And I think Luffy's unique in that his gears are like his own and stuff, and he was able to bend everything. But again, Luffy created fire. The Fire Fist was something he did, and you saw it in the fucking remake, was when he did Red Hawk, which is making fire on his fist. Yeah. He stretched his fist out into the water.
If you look at the scene, he was thinking about Ace, so that the imagination of Ace's abilities allowed him to do it.
Exactly. And the properties of rubber made it so that it was like flint and steel with his hockey on that rubbery like body making the fucking thing. All right, Burns, I'm gonna pass it to you.
Flint and steel.
I'm gonna pass it to you. If you disagree, that is totally okay. I'm here to answer the fucking questions. Like the people in my comment sections make me want to fucking strangle myself.
Nah, you're just wrong because I said so. He's
literally, bro. Literally, bro.
Because I said so. I was just wondering if it was more of a semantical argument or not, because I made the point of which, okay, someone like Kizaru who can literally turn into light as a paramecia. And of course, by turning into light, he acts and functions like light should. So I compare it to the fact of, let's just say we have somebody else. And they're not described to be made of light, for example. But they have light-like properties. They are able to turn themselves into particles that have no mass and travel at the speed of light whenever he wants, right? For all intents and purposes, without it being called literal light, that's light. Like, down to everything. For having those property, it makes up what I would consider to be light. So that's, I guess, how my mind processed it with Luffy, without inherently literally being called actual rubber and being made of rubber, just having the properties of rubbers and to stretch how he can itself and negate electricity, just like if he's down to his cells, rubbery, for all intents and purposes, is that not almost the same as being made of rubber?
That's a good ass fucking question, right? And we're here because the three of us are smart. The motherfuckers in our comment sections are not. Fuck all y'all, because I'll give you a manga panel to read, and then you just turn around and don't read it. So fuck off, right?
Because we're intellectuals. We're intellectuals.
Oh my god, bro. Burns asked a good question, and we're gonna talk about it. Logia, right? With Kizaru, for example. Let's take Kizaru and his light fruit. Logia turns the person into the element. That's literally just the definition of what like a Logia type fruit is. Like, Aokichi turns his body into ice. The actual true blue element of ice. Akainu, lava. Kizaru, light. They make their bodies become light. And it says in the Logia that it turns themselves into that specific element. My thing with Luffy is that if Oda wanted him to be, the body to be fully rubber, he would have used the specific wording of Nika's body was made of rubber, right? I think it can be viewed as a semantical argument, but I truly think he's keeping it like that because more of the imagination aspect is going to play in as we go along. I think we saw that with the Gorse. He tried to hit War3's head, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. His hand was like on fire because it hurt so bad from him trying to do it. So what's something that these dudes are immortal? They have impenetrable defense. What's something that's going to be able to just get past that is like something stupid or silly or imagination like that, like Luffy's dumbass is going to be able to make up that's going to be able to get through that power. I think he's not making it truly rubber because he wants to have his body like have as little limits as possible in order to be able to turn himself into whatever. You know what I mean? Like even we have not yet, at least with Gear 5, seen a limit into how far he's stretched. We've seen how big he can stretch. He hasn't stretched past a certain extent, but it's not like he was doing it and he was like, oh, my fist is gonna explode because it's so big or whatever, or pause, or like I'm a giant man and I'm gonna explode because I can't push myself past this limit. No, he's just doing it now. And I think the semantics of property of rubber or rubbery like is so that it can be imagination and not necessarily just rubber. The only time rubber gets brought up is when describing kind of the properties of the sun god itself. But in like the description of the fruit, it's imagination. It's turning his imagination into reality. Now, I could be wrong. They could just come out and say that sun god Nika was made of rubber, like, and then that's it. This all gets turned. This whole argument gets turned.
It doesn't matter anymore.
That's also just my kind of perception of the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think that would ever happen because it's way too limiting, and it's too limiting. It doesn't really make any sense, in my opinion, right? And we also see that like if Luffy's body was like, and we use the example of him turning the ground into rubber against Kaido's blast breath. I brought this up like briefly, like right, like if it was literally rubber, the ground would have just melted, right?
Yeah.
So like I feel like again, this is to show that like it's not that it is rubber, it has the properties of rubber. Therefore, like, and again, part of that squashes stretch mechanics. Part of that, like, toon force doesn't really make any sense. But it's not supposed to make sense kind of ability.
Yeah, it's supposed to be goofy.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of that's the kind of whole thing, is just try to take that imagination cap, like, and give it as much breathing room as possible to give it this sort of like toon force element. And even somebody in the chat right fucking now was like, Luffy doesn't have toon force, stop the cap. Nobody's talking about toon force. Who the fuck? Why are y'all so obsessed with this fucking word of toon force, bro? Who the fuck is talking about toon force? I'm literally just talking about him doing what he wants. As, I don't know, the fucking manga states, where did y'all get this fucking toon force shit? Oda has never, out of his fucking mouth, oh my god, y'all have got to fucking, you're gonna make me crash out. Oda's never said toon force. The words toon force has never come out of Oda's fucking mouth. Ever.
Said that?
Stop some dumbass in the fucking comments, bro. Stop calling it toon force.
Twitch, I want to see
Who's
it.
calling it toon force? Oh my god. People saw him fucking do the glasses shit one time, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what the fruit is.
He's like
you
Popeye.
You people
Or
love
Popeye.
to put definition on shit on before he doesn't even know what he has. You gotta stop being like, he doesn't have toon force. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Oh my fucking god.
Punk's going out
It's
crazy.
so annoying, bro.
It's going out firing.
Oh my Jesus, fuck! Because what's the fucking point? Holy fuck!
I think you're just mad that Luffy doesn't have toon force. Honestly, I think that's the vibe that I'm getting from.
Luffy doesn't have toon force, Naruto solos, that's why you're mad.
I'm gonna wrap this cord around my fucking neck. I'm gonna jump off my balcony, and you'll see what real fucking bungee gum is when I'm bungeeing off with the fucking cord around my neck.
When when literally no one is talking about it, somebody will just come into comments and say, "Oh, you're just mad the Naruto solos, bro." Who is he talking
It's
about?
like, yo, I'm not talking about somebody did that. On one of the podcast clips I posted of us all talking about how the three would be friends, somebody was like, you guys are just mad Naruto, so I was like, yo, nobody's talking about that, dog. Yo, this is what, oh my god, I'm gonna try to keep it as far away as power scaling is, because I've talked in the past 2 episodes about how much I fucking hate power scaling. But
Somebody said it's because Oda said Luffy's powers are similar to Popeye and Bugs Bunny.
People, source, the one.
bye guys, I'll see you guys later.
Source, the one Meech Rage Bait video. The one Meech Rage Bait
look
video.
at that source.
You guys get that shit from Meech's notes!
You
You
made
got
the
that from
post, though.
Meech's notes! What are you talking about? Who the fuck said Popeye and Bugs Bunny?
Meech fully made that up just for the engagement bait, and like people like took it
Yeah.
serious.
Look. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to explain this like I'm talking to kindergartners, bro. Those words never came out of Oda's mouth. It is clear, if you have 2 eyes, right, and working brain cells, that obviously there's inspiration from those types of cartoons. Listen to how Oda speaks about his character. He said he wanted a silly transformation where he keeps the silliness of Luffy and not turn him into like something evil. Great. Obviously that's taking inspiration from fucking whatever. Who the fuck said Luffy's got Popeye or Bugs Bunny powers? Who the fuck said that shit, bro? Who said that? Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Couldn't that?
Meech gotta release a data book with just straight misinformation.
Like, honestly.
Straight misinformation. Lies book.
Just from his notes app. This is what y'all see, bro. Y'all see some shit where it's fucking, you see somebody's notes app on the back and you're like, yeah, he's right. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. And this isn't to say that I just don't, like, think the story will end up going that way, like, to begin with, because imagine if Luffy was able to just, like, pluck the sun out the sky, bro. What's the point of the story?
Yeah, the story
Guys,
would
I
stop
have
making
the
sense.
One Piece right here.
What's the point? He made a very real story,
Bro,
with
that's
very real
what
consequences.
I be talking about. Like, people will throw away the entire story for the sake of their power
For
scale.
the sake of powers, it's not needed. Great, so he can just do whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Or yapping about the semantics of, like, toon force, bro. Like, nobody cares. You made that
Yeah, like,
fucking
it's
word up,
unnecessary.
bro, as soon as you saw him, like, make goggles. Like, Yes, that's part of his imagination stuff. One, you don't know how far it goes, so you can't really scale it to like, and he can just do whatever he wants because that's also just been not fucking true. And two, it's just like, stop, just stop. You're trying on something that he clear, like, it's not even. Oda just doesn't care about power scale. That's the whole point of the fucking story. A lot of the top tiers in One Piece fighting are situational. Everything is situational.
Right.
It's once you get to a tier of like the top 25 characters, anyone will be able to beat any other one, just depending on the situation. Lord Kid beat Big Mom because Big Mom did not take them seriously enough to use advanced hockey. They beat her also by outsmarting her in that moment, and Law was able to use his awakened fruit to be able to stop her at that moment. That is a conditional win con. That's literally just what the fuck happened. Luffy in Gear 5.
If there was no lava under Onigashima, they like Kid and Law would have both died.
They would have been clipped. Big Mom would have flown her ass back up and just eaten both of them. Like, eaten both their souls. That's what would have been the story. And so that's what y'all don't fucking get. And then you throw fucking words around. It's so stupid. But fucking, anyway, I'm reeling that shit back to fucking Luffy and his rubber ass fucking... Or not rubber ass. I don't know. Somebody's gonna clip me saying rubber ass and then be like, haha, you're wrong. Like,
Properties of rubber ass.
And the people were saying that, like, in comments being like, well, rubbery body is the same thing as them saying it's made of rubber. Me and Burns just talked about some people like semantics. It just depends on your views and your definition. It's definitely not the same.
It's more of like, where does the difference boil down to?
There's words and definitions have meaning. I think he did. That's just my point of view. Is that I think he did that on purpose, or he formulated those words and those sentences talking about Luffy's power specifically. If he wanted to just be like, yo, Nika had a body made of rubber. All right, cool. I can't argue with fucking Oda's words. That's just what. Anyway, Burns, what? After hearing that, what do you have to say about it? Are you still of camp like he's rubber? Are you still of camp like it just depends on what the story goes?
I think it definitely makes sense for him to have the properties of rubber. And not just have it said he is made out of rubber directly. I guess I'm just more in the camp of neither or makes a difference on the other.
Word.
It's kind of like saying you can't call an apartment a home because it's not a house. If that makes any sense.
I get that.
Properties of a house.
The properties of a home.
My apartment has the properties of a home. My bank account has the properties of a millionaire, dog. Come on now.
Please cash at me, Venmo, something.
Venmo, help me. I'm just a poor lad, dude. Say what's up.
Oda and the guy but compared my bank account to Scrooge McDuck, so basically it's the same thing.
So basically you could just snap your fingers and boom, there's a couple zeros out of that bitch.
That's what it is.
Straight up, bro. Those Bugs Bunny. Damn straight. Yeah, so no, but I definitely see that it's just an argument. It doesn't really matter on like what. My thing is I just think it's about limit. And I think that's just how what's gonna end up being played. But then again, it's just Oda's story. If he can stretch as far as the eye can see with him being rubber, and then he can do it with it being properties of rubber, like it just doesn't matter. It's Oda's story. He's gonna give him the powers that he fucking wants, like you said. So I think at the end of the day, this is just how I interpret the manga. I like to look at like why I think a lot of things in One Piece are like detail oriented, like incredibly detail oriented, to the point where like those type of words to me matter, and if it doesn't, it fucking doesn't. There are times where I look way too deep into it and be like, this meant something. It just was fucking nothing. Or like I was trying to be like, Shanks isn't fucking Shamrock's not Shanks' twin brother.
Bro,
he absolutely was, and everybody fucking guessed it correctly. And I was like trying to look more into it. No, it's a clone because they'll look at their date of birth and all that shit. Nah, it was twin brothers, bro. Because of my dumb ass. But here we are. All right, next topic. Let's move on to that bitch, bro. So, again, we got news today. We got anime news, and this has to do with solo leveling. Solo leveling fans, congratulations. Your 32-year-old asses from your mom's basements finally achieved your life goal.
You win.
You spam. You spam liked solo leveling on Crunchyroll, and you got that bitch to #1 rated. Congratulations. I hope you guys can feel the aura of your green, sweaty, stank-ass armpits, because all you care about is aura farming.
Clears mid-piece, you're just mad that solo leveling clears trash piece. You're just mad that solo leveling has more aura than trash piece.
I will clear you out with my fucking 9 on me. What are you talking about?
You're just mad that suddenly you went negative this the entire verse.
You're just mad that objectively, like Pinoy said, objectively solo leveling is now better than One Piece because it has more ratings.
It has to be.
It has to be. What the fuck are we talking about? Yo,
Thing. What was
Despite
it?
the fact that it was the most downvoted like literally last week, but
Didn't they get
Oh
the
my God.
screenshot at like one more
One
sale?
over.
It was
One over.
The poster rated
ha-
it.
it
And
was
then
like it was like 596, 485 was One Piece, and then they were like 596, 486 for solo
I'm
leveling.
looking at it right now. It's exactly what it is. It's 594, 486, 594, 485. That's crazy.
That's insanity. They were
I guess
waiting
that's the most
for that
popular.
notification, bro.
You can't argue with these stats.
Here's my thing. Watch me defend fucking Naruto right here. What was rated for Crunchyroll in the 2010s as the most popular anime on Crunchyroll? Naruto. Look at how many votes Naruto's got on Crunchyroll. 350,000. Does rating it mean it's the most popular even? No. The fuck it doesn't. What are we talking about? Solo leveling fans, y'all have got to stop acting like you're anything but aura farmers. Like you're anything, like that's what else the fucking show is. It's literally just aura farming. That's it.
Bro.
You're trying to aura farm. Be like, look at my rating. It's not more popular than fucking anything. It's not a better story than Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Berserk, JoJo's, all that shit. It's just a cool show about aura farming, and that's literally it. You upvoting it doesn't fucking matter. Stop saying it's better than this, that, and the other because it got the amount of votes. Shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
I'm crashing
Calm
out.
down.
Can y'all crash out with me? I feel like I've been crashing out for like 21 minutes. That's what this
Nah,
fucking
like,
podcast
you
has been.
crash
bro,
out. It's hella fun.
bro, just stay mad that mid piece is not touching solo leveling, bro. Just stay mad that solo leveling clears mid piece in terms of everything, bro. In
Yeah.
terms of world building, in terms of writing, in terms of characters, in terms of
Andy, look at me.
it clears mid piece, bro.
Andy, look at me. I will take my bare ass crack out on camera right now
Bro,
and
do it,
fart
do it,
everywhere, bro. You're like, solo leveling's better, solo leveling's better, solo leveling's better.
Bro, what the fuck?
No, but let's be honest, One Piece clears solo leveling in terms of literally everything.
Dude,
Of course.
it's like, just, I just don't
But, like,
understand.
where do
what-
people get these thoughts from? That because they have more ratings, it would make the show more popular.
Bro,
Doesn't
the
make
same
any
people
sense.
who think that because something has more TikTok edits means that it's better.
Yeah, or TikTok hashtags.
Holy
What are we talking
fuck.
about it?
Literally,
It's such a different percentage compared to people that are actually consuming the content. Like, it doesn't say anything about who watches it and who likes it. It's just who has the energy to take the time out of the day to actually give it a review, which I feel like most people
Right.
fucking don't. I don't. I've
don't even have
never rated
Crunchyroll
one
account.
Naruto episode ever in my life. Not one Boruto episode, not Naruto episode, nothing. Not rated on Crunchyroll, on Funimation, on anything.
listen,
So, like, who's
Bro,
doing this?
Bro, Bleach is my favorite series. I couldn't even be fucked to make an IMDb account until like I wrote it. Like I don't care.
It's like who
Yeah.
wants to see your My Anime list, and it's like, bro, I don't have one. I don't have
I
one.
don't have
I don't even
my,
have one.
my anime list is me on my phone writing down what animes I haven't seen versus what animes I have.
Number
Like,
one.
Yeah, straight, bro.
Someone knows
Like,
that.
I've never voted. I've never voted or made a review, not even on anime, just on anything, bro. Because all that shit is just so moot. If you genuinely 100%, like, before I watch a movie, I'll like to go on, like, Rotten Tomatoes to look
Yeah.
up, like, the critic / the regular person, just to kind of see, like, all right, am I in for a good time or am I in for, like, if I got, like, a 15% all around, then I'm going to be like, all right, this movie's shit. But I'm still going to watch it because, like, I want to see it for myself. You know what I mean? Right. If you genuinely look at ratings and all that and that deters you from some shit, like, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. And if that's what you do and you sit there and you're like, I'm going to watch Solo Leveling and fucking rate that bitch up, that makes no sense. Dude, if I'm watching Crunchyroll, it's on my TV. What? How the fuck do you even rate it up on your TV, bro?
Why even do that? I don't even know how to do that shit.
How the fuck do you do that?
You get on a laptop, gang.
Like, oh, dude, and people are on fucking TikTok today. I'm just a victim of rage bait. One Piece fans are down bad. Solo Leveling past it. Shut the fuck up.
Bro, I was gonna make a video like One Piece fans are so mad that's still alive.
It's finally surpassed it.
If you did, I would have stitched back. I would have stitched back and just been like, "Yo, I'm gonna crash out. This is my final day on TikTok."
Would have gotten strike.
I give up. I give up.
Mass reported video.
Yeah, I just think ratings and all that are stupid. I think, like, and as much as if I go on my account and be like, "Yo, One Piece is the highest rated," so yada yada, it's just stupid. It's sure sales and, like, if it's in the Guinness Book of fucking World Records like JJK was, like, that shit just shows that people like to fucking watch it. And I'm more team, I don't know if you guys are, there are people who are like, I'm away from mainstream anime. I don't watch mainstream
literally just
anime.
saw that before.
only watch
So
mainstream
Tizzy
anime.
talk about that. How
Yeah.
people are on his ass about only watching mainstream anime, and he's like, "What's wrong with that?" And I agree too. What's wrong with that?
Right.
You
I
don't have
only
to
ma-
watch.
because-
My sister got reincarnated as the freezer door to like be into anime. Why can't you just watch like Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, Dragon Ball? Like, why do you have to watch all this weird shit?
You
Who
don't.
cares?
And it's mainstream because it's good, right? Like some dog
Yeah,
shit series is
people
not gonna be
wanna see it.
mainstream. So like,
Exactly. There's literally point. It's also if I'm watching anime and I'm going down, I'm watching all of the mainstream shit first. If I finish all the mainstream things, sure, then I might watch something that like my friend recommended this 12 episode anime and is like it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, then that'll give me a reason to watch it. But if I'm not like I'm watching Gintama, which is still kind of more mainstream than like a lot of other things, and I haven't finished it. That's my next thing on the list. And then like just all the mainstream stuff as it goes along. I haven't seen fucking Haikyuu yet. I would rather watch that shit than fucking any random ass fucking anime, bro. Like
You're not
you know what I
catching me
mean?
watching Haikyuu.
You never
You're not
watched
catching me.
Haikyuu.
I don't
bro?
watch sports animes personally.
Wow, damn. Are you just like a shonen? Are you just like a shonen type of guy?
Yeah. I like things that is like physically impossible to perform in real life, if that makes sense. Like, I've seen some cool scenes. I just can't. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I'll try it and I'll like somehow like it. I just can't imagine just the concept of like a anime about volleyball.
So you never watched like Kuroko no Basket?
No, but I know that one. I've heard that's really good. I heard that's like one of the best sports anime.
Bro, I want to watch fucking Hajime no Ippo, bro.
I saw
have not
actually.
seen
yeah.
Well, I saw a clip
That
about
was
what would you
gas,
say it was?
bro.
Kuroko no Basket.
Kuroko no Basket, yeah.
Kuroko no Basket. Somebody like jumped up and there was like some aura around their hand or
Nah,
some shit.
nah,
Yeah,
that
and I
shit's
saw
not-
it. Though,
Kuroko
and,
no
like
Basket
it
is
looked
hard,
sick.
bro.
I was just like, I don't even know. Like I don't. I don't understand.
It was basically like the equivalent of like Blue Lock back in the day.
Back in the day.
That's fire, dude. But there's a reason why I do like One Piece stuff. I'm not. It's also kind of like the mainstream stuff is the stuff that gets most talked about. It's the stuff that gets most delved into other people, and it's the things where I can listen to other people talk about it, other talk about theories, talk about more lore, like get kind of like into the shows more. There's a lot of more accounts about Naruto than there is about fucking time I got reincarnated as a slime, bro. Like, there's a lot more accounts about Bleach. There's a lot more accounts about One Piece, about Dragon Ball. That's the shit that I like because I'm a type of lore person. I'm a type of details person. I like to, if I'm really fucking into a show, I like to know as much about it as I possibly can. And the more mainstream stuff is kind of more delved into. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, I feel that so much. Like when I'm like into a show, like I'm really, really into it. Like I watched Game of Thrones. And then, like, after that, I proceeded to, like, read all the books. And then now I'm just, like, watching, like, YouTube fan fictions until the next book comes out.
Dude, I'm watching Game of Thrones right now, bro. I'm rewatching it. Well, not watching it for the first time. I'm rewatching it because my girlfriend's never seen it. And we tried, like, a few years ago to get into it, and she never got it. But we're on season 1, episode 7, and now she's in it. And she's in it in season 1. We're good. We're good. We're clear. She's gonna watch the whole fucking thing. She just watched spoilers for Game of Thrones if y'all haven't seen it, but she just watched King Robert die, and she was like, "Yo, this is good." And I'm like, "You have no fucking idea. You have no idea the type of sauce that you're into, bro."
Bro, like like again spoilers, but like the like Ned Stark death is like what's it the equivalent to? It's like when a show like you think like we're getting to like and it just does the exact opposite of what you were like expecting it to do.
100%, 1,000%. Well, it's like in episode 5 of Attack on Titan. If Eren actually died, if Eren legitimately died at that moment, that's that. I'm not gonna say who it was because she's in the other room. And I don't want to spoil it for her. But it's like if that happened, dude. Because I was like the whole time I'm watching season 1, I'm like, this show's about this dude. This show has to be about this dude. Of course it is,
bro. And then after that, and then you're like, okay, the show's about Rob, and then Rob goes, it's like, what is going on?
Just always over. Also, season 5, the ending of season 5. Do you remember who we thought died and then came back after that?
With the on the wall.
Goodness.
Longest cliffhanger of longest.
Bro, did you read the book?
I did not. I've not read the books yet.
Are you gonna read the books?
I will read the books, but why? You can tell me if you have something to say.
Jon Snow doesn't come back in the books, like at least not yet.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. I swear to God.
So what the fuck with the ending? I'm so interested to see what the ending of it in the books is going to be because the ending in the actual TV show fucking sucked. I did not like that shit at all, bro.
Yeah, I think it was
like,
bro,
yeah, not a lot.
Even without the books being done, like the books are like if you think the show is like, even without ignore like the bad ending, like ignore like the last 2 seasons,
Mhm.
even just like the first like couple of seasons, like multiply that by like 1 million. Like that's what the books are. The books are like so much better. Like even if you don't like reading, bro, like please just audiobook it. Like just at least audiobook it, bro. Like I promise you, it's like one of the best things
You
you'll ever
sold
read.
me. You sold me, bro.
Please.
I gotta read it. I'm on a Game of Thrones kick right now.
Song of Ice and Fire.
Sold. Yeah, Song of Ice and Fire. Song of Ice and
Song of Ice and
Fire.
Fire.
Like,
Yo.
there's even like, bro, like there's even like, bro, I'm not even playing. Like there's a YouTube channel that does like a really good like voiceover like for the books. I can literally just like send that to you, like, and you can just start that shit like whenever you can.
Bet 100%. I'm in there like swimwear. You know what I mean? I'm fucking in that shit. OKC, KFC, UFC, Game of Thrones at 5. That's crazy, bro. That's the most cornball shit I've ever said in my entire life, bro. Oh my god. But yeah, that's what. Well, mainstream versus not mainstream. Like, I'm more mainstream type guy. Even regular TV shows, Game of Thrones, like Invincible. Somebody asked me, we saw Invincible season finale. I'm watching that bitch, so y'all gotta relax. And all of that stuff. Like, I'm more mainstream. I'm so much more mainstream.
Yeah, at what point is something mainstream?
Just like if people watch it, Severance is mainstream right now.
Like,
You know what I mean?
a lot of people like it, and that's it.
Exactly. It's if people like it, so there's a reason why a lot of people like it. Like, I'm not trying to find a niche that's like 6 billion fucking people hated, and then I'm the only one that liked it.
If you
Fuck
like
that
something
shit,
that's established to be good, you're a bitch. What are we talking about?
I fucking hate people like that, bro. I hate people who are just like, yo, you can't like mainstream. You can't like.
You have to read why my sock came to life after I slept with it. You have to.
What the fuck did you just say, bro?
Huh? No, I don't.
Why did your what?
What did you say?
He said when my sock came to life after I slept with it, bro. What the fuck?
We were talking about mainstream anime, right?
Yeah, we were talking about mainstream.
Yeah, right,
Right. All right. So there's that. Yeah, fuck solo leveling fans. You guys are bitches. I hope you guys never enjoy anything in your entire life. Honestly, like I hope you take your ratings, and then I hope you never get the ending of the fucking solo leveling animated, bro, because of the shit that you pulled tonight. I hope something happens where like
gets canceled.
I hope it gets canceled because they saw the fucking people were spam rating on Crunchyroll and then going to a pirated website to watch it and not actually giving them the fucking money, so they don't have the money to finish that shit, bro. And then I hope every single one of y'all, like, I hope you never have a side of your pillow that's cold. Like, I hope all your towels, even after you take it out of the shower, and not after you take it out the wash, stank. But I'm not talking about a stank.
Warmth.
I'm talking about a stank like stinky provolone cheese type stank. You know what I mean? Like, I just hope, like, your feet are never clean. I hope that you wash your hands and you have gook on it, and still after 3.5 minutes, it's still not fucking going.
Bro,
I hope you scrub your...
all that just because One Piece is mid and Luffy doesn't have toon force and Naruto solos.
Yeah,
That's
honestly,
crazy.
that's probably crazy. Like, when we think about it, that's actually insane.
Yeah, I'm quitting. I'm done. I quit this fucking podcast, bro.
One Piece fell off, man. I'm sorry.
One Piece fell off? Yes, right. Yeah, right.
Solo Leveling is the greatest anime of all time now.
Greatest anime.
It's surpassed.
One Piece fell off, yo. If I think I
You
can't
didn't
throw...
see the ratings? Or we like,
Bro, Solo Leveling
You wanna
has one
be-
higher. Like, did you
that's what I'm
not
saying.
see
Like,
that?
if you want to be on the wrong side of history and say that One Piece is better, then that's fine.
Yo,
with me
wrong
at
side
that
of
point.
history. Wrong side of history is crazy. Yo,
People will
but...
look back at this moment and realize Solo Leveling was the true One Piece. It was the thing that we were like actually waiting for while One Piece was airing.
The One Piece was the solo levelings we made along the way, bro.
Was the Sungjin Woos we made along the way?
Was the
Bro,
aura
literally
farming
just
we
admit-
found along the
Just
way, bro.
admit that Solo Leveling is carrying Crunchyroll and Naruto's carrying Netflix. Just admit that, bro. Like,
I'm throwing myself in the river. I'm never coming back, bro.
we got nothing.
I refuse to leave, bro. I told you, listen, I gotta be good faith. I'm not arguing no fucking semantics over this shit, bro. If I'm like, oh, soul leveling, whatever, I'm not arguing fucking no semantics with nobody, bro. I'm not arguing. I'm not about fucking ratings. I'll rage bait you into thinking I'm about ratings on my thing, because you're about ratings and you'll comment on my thing calling me stupid, so fuck all y'all, but there we go. Alright, let's go into our last topic and we can talk more about this kind of in detail, because I'm very interested. This is another argument. This is all about arguments I fucking had. I'm gonna stop interacting with people in the comment section. Burns. Burns, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Alright, so a lot of people love to call Naruto the child of prophecy, right? Meaning that The ending of Naruto was something that was going to happen no matter the journey that they went on. He was always destined to save the world. He got given his powers, yada, yada, yada. You know the whole fucking drill. People like to say that Ichigo was given his powers, the bloodline, all of that stuff. People like to say that Luffy, again, didn't have to work hard, was given the devil fruit, so it was over there. Just a lot of misunderstanding what shonen anime is actually about. Burns, I want to ask you, how do you feel about people who say that Naruto's a child of prophecy or that he did not work hard? Give me your full fucking things, let these bitches have it,
Well,
bro.
for him not working hard, I obviously feel like that's just blatantly false. Most of the things that people just fall back on for him being not hardworking and more like talented is son of the fourth Hokage. It was born with the QB within him, and was trained under Jiraiya and was the reincarnation of Ashura. Which, frankly, when you delve deeper into those things, being the son of the fourth Hokage gave him nothing. We're even told that his genes didn't really give him anything. Being a reincarnation didn't give him anything, because that's not how reincarnation works. And I love when people misconstrue that. They think that when you're reincarnated as somebody else, you just gain their superpower, like their abilities and shit like that, like as if that's how it works. But at least in terms of being the child of prophecy, I feel like people misconstrue what that means in terms of Naruto. I don't know other examples personally, but I know that it is a trope in media for there to be a child of prophecy type figure. Like, it does happen where there's somebody that is prophesized to be the savior of this planet or is going to become also powerful and do this, that, and the third. But that's not how it works in Naruto. With Naruto and being referred to as a child of prophecy, it's more of he made himself into the image of what the child of prophecy actually is. So we're told about the prophecy by this elder sage toad at Mount Miyaboku, and he tells Jiraiya it. And I have it here, actually. What he specifically tells Jiraiya is that you're going to raise a student that will finally bring peace to the world or utterly destroy it. And the result of his revolution will be one or the other. So for people to say, oh, Naruto's the child of prophecy, which means that he was guaranteed to do this at the end, by saying that he's the child of prophecy, you have to automatically concede that he was not destined for greatness. Because part of being the child of prophecy was that he could either cause great destruction as well. And it's what he does from the moment of his birth that determines that outcome. Not simply being the child of prophecy. It was meant to show that how if he gave into his hate as Jinchuriki and the villagers hating him and him getting fucking jumped at the age of 6 years old for no goddamn reason, for just existing, he could have turned evil at any moment and caused massive destruction. And he chose not to, and he chose to keep pushing through. And that's what makes him the child of prophecy, not just because a toad said it. If that makes any sense. He made himself into that. And even at that point, we're told that we're told after the pain fight anyway that the toad was semi-wrong, and that both Nagato and Naruto fulfill the roles of the child of prophecy, as in they're both those sides of the same coin where they could have been destined to be great, as we see before Yahiko dies and Nagato takes over his body. That was their goal. They were trying to reinforce peace with the Akatsuki. And then it gets turned into great destruction when he starts getting manipulated by Obito, guising as Madara, and starts collecting the tailed beast. That was going to cause destruction. And then the same thing happened in Naruto. Started off as the capability to be the villain, but then through his own actions and hard work, flips it and is the savior that will cause the revolution and defeat Nagato. So that's how I think it should be interpreted, because that's basically what it says. It doesn't say that he was just going to go up and save the world. It says he can do either or. It depends on what happens in the middle. But people just they ignore that, and they see child of prophecy and they go, he was destined for it. And it's like, no, he could have done the opposite. And it's a consistent theme in Naruto in changing your destiny. The whole point of it is that destiny is not set in stone, like any destiny.
Exactly.
Same thing with Neji, we're shown the same thing in Boruto recently. It's a common theme. So I don't know why people misconstrued that so much.
Well, Gaara, I mean, I feel like it's shown with every fucking parallel with Naruto. Every
Basically.
parallel. Gaara too. Gaara's the same thing. Gaara literally had a Jinchuriki and was going down one path until Naruto decided to steer him back to the other path. You know what I mean? There's a billion situations in Naruto where Naruto literally could have just easily given it. And decided to go onto the other. But that's because he was that person with the experiences that he had, the friends that were around him, and he knew which way was the actual right way because of the things he went through. It's not like he was destined to go one way and that was it no matter what happened. It's because he went through the experiences he did. And it's the same thing with fucking Luffy and the same thing with Ichigo. Because he had the experiences that he did, he decided to go the correct way. It's an open fucking, it's an open, bitch is an open book test, bro. It's an open book prophecy. It's a go one way or the other. Like, putting it in the hands of the actual MC. And I fucking love shonen because I love shit that's written like that, bro. When it's like, yes, they are destined, but yes, our MCs are great. Our MCs are great because of this reason, but they, with the power that they're given, can go one way or the other. So Luffy is giving now, it's showing that same theme. They're talking about sun god Nika, and a lot of people in Elbaf now are thinking of Nika as a god of destruction. There might be something where a different iteration of Nika actually destroys some shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's showing that Luffy could take it and either destroy everything or save everybody. I feel like that's also been fucking prevalent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As I eat that shit up. Andy, what do you think about people who say Ichigo given fucking Ichigo given all those fucking bloodlines and all that stuff, and he didn't work hard, and the whole fucking people love to slander every fucking anime. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes on to what you guys were saying, where it's just like, because you were given because you had the potential to achieve a power, or because you were even if you were given a power, right, it doesn't necessarily mean that you had to use it the right way, or you had to use it for good. And I think that, like, yeah, Ichigo had like a lot of potential, and yeah, Ichigo was given like a lot of like things, but then again, it's like Ichigo didn't have to use it to protect. Ichigo could have used his power the same way that Aizen wanted to use his power, right? Ichigo could have used his power the same way that Yuha wanted to use his power. Right, there's so many different ways that, or Ichigo could have like not used his power at all. Because remember, like, I feel like a big theme within the series is like sort of like responsibility, right? Like, Ichigo just wants to be like a normal dude. He doesn't want to have all of this responsibility. So he very well could have just been like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit. Like, Rukia got like taken to Soul Society because of me. Okay, fuck you.
I'm not doing that shit.
It's my business. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of it comes down to, and that's the whole point of the writing, right? A lot of it comes down to like, you're given this ability, what do you choose to do with it? And I think that applies to Naruto, and that also applies to Luffy, right? Like, Luffy has like the abilities of like Joy Boy, and has the abilities of Nika, but he could very well be like Teach, right? He doesn't, like, who said he has to be like this liberating force, right?
Literally nobody did. And that's the whole thing too with the powers themselves, is I love the definition that they bring to awakening, is that your mind and your body have to catch up to your powers in order to unlock that. I love the fact that they also say nobody's awakened that devil fruit in 800 years. Is because it's his experiences that brought him to that moment. And it's the fact that he trained hard with everybody around him in order to bring him to that moment of finally unlocking the sun god. If he decided to go the way of Teach, if he decided to go the way of Doflamingo, if he decided to go the way of Kaido, he would have never gotten that power. He would have just been another run-of-the-mill pirate. It would have never set him above to not only be the king of the pirates, but be that, like, liberating force that the world needs. And all this stuff, this isn't fucking... We're not talking about shit that takes you fucking hours and hours and hours of research into the mangas to figure out. This is the surface level. This is the things that are, like, the characters completely stated. It's just right there in the manga. Just read fucking words. And even in fucking, I know Naruto's Child of Prophecy, like, reincarnation trope gets shit because, like, these people are reincarnated, yada yada.
I have to defend it so much.
Oh my god, it's just kind of missing the point of, like, the spirit of the characters getting reincarnated into other people, and it's like they have the choices to make what they did. And it also makes what Naruto did so much more special, because instead of just doing what everybody was quote-unquote destined to do before them, which was just fight. That's the whole reincarnation, is that these people just fought each other. He went and broke the mold. He broke the cycle. And he decided to save the character of was Naruto Ashura or was Naruto Indra?
Yeah, Naruto's Ashura.
Naruto's Ashura. He decided to save Indra, which was Sasuke, and broke the fucking reincarnation cycle because of how special he was. He broke a fucking hundreds and hundreds of years worth of reincarnation because he's that guy.
For this shit.
Exactly. But that's like the whole fucking point, if you didn't miss it, is that he was not destined to do what he did. He literally wasn't. I'm passing out over fucking Naruto.
Exactly. Thank you. I don't get, like, when people choose like that as a talking point to go against it, like, oh, at least in the aspect of Naruto, it's like, oh, Naruto goes against its own established themes because of this, that, and the third. And it's like, okay, so here's my only thing. You cannot like it. There's no I cannot get mad at somebody for having an opinion. If you don't
100%.
like that Naruto and Sasuke were reincarnations, great. Completely fine. Don't give a shit. Think how you want.
I can get mad at you for the inability to read words.
Yeah, but like
Exactly.
I can get mad if you say, "Oh, them being reincarnations ruined this." Now you're just chatting. Now you're just saying something. You're basing your opinion on a false pretense. So now what? If I show how it didn't ruin this, you're gonna like it?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, you don't have to like it to understand how it fits into the series.
Exactly. Well, it's just like, before you make those opinions, sure, we can't stop you. I can't stop you from looking at something and having your first emotions, your first opinions as to what you read when it first happens. You know what I mean? Just like Attack on Titan with the Attack on Titan ending and how a lot of people misunderstood, including myself, when I first read it, because everybody was in my fucking ear like a fucking hawk, like a chirping ass bird telling me to not like it. So when I first read it, I was like, it's just kind of ass. But then when I actually did the research, when I actually took back and was like, what does this mean? Or what is supposed to mean? Or what did Isayama want to tell with this ending? Was that like, yes, sure, Eren bought a little time for his friends, but the war kept continuing because Eren's decision was not the best one. You know what I mean? That was not the way to go. Wiping out 80% of humanity was not the way to go. Even on rewatch, there was a bunch of things and decisions Eren could have made before the end, or before fucking he touched Historia's hand and saw everything, in order to stop himself from doing that, stop himself from setting the Titan, putting everything in motion, wiping out 80% of humanity. And it showed at the end, yes, his friends had to murk him, yes, sure, it saved time, but that really wasn't the answer. And the war needed to go on because there was no clear-cut answer. That's the whole point of that ending. There was no answer. There was literally no answer to everything that was happening, to make the Eldians happy, to fucking stop the oppression of Marley and all that shit, like, and for Eren to, like, live while it all happened. Something had to have given in order for an ending to even happen. He wrote himself this perfect story, and even Eren and Mikasa on the fucking street, people didn't like that she was with Zan. Like, yo, just ridiculous. But
That's
it's
how we
just
get things like Attack on Titan Requiem.
Oh my god, bro! Stop!
So we get shit like that.
Stop! Or people thinking they can write a better ending than fucking like a lot of people.
We
like
saw how the Jujutsu Kaisen one went.
the worst thing I've ever had the displeasure of burning my fucking eyes into, bro. Like, actually, holy shit!
I don't think fans actually know what makes something, I guess, good or cohesive.
Like, fans
they
don't
think
know
they
writing like at all, and that's
No.
the thing. And it's like you don't. It's like it's one of those things where it's like you don't realize what how much you don't know until you actually start learning it, and then you realize, wow, I don't know anything, right? I think it's like, for me, it's like it wasn't until that's why it's like if you've been following my TikTok for a while, you see I've like restarted Rin Symbol for the third time, because it's like the more you learn about writing, the more you realize you don't know shit. And I think that's the thing, like because so many people have never even taken the time to even like look into writing, they have no idea what goes into it, so they think that, oh, I can make a better ending because I can make I can make the character I like live.
Yeah, like, no, like, you can make a fan fiction, like,
Not at
like,
all.
great, do what you want, but like, don't pretend like you can make something better
Right.
than an actual mangaka that's
Straight up.
that's established in the industry. Like, let's not pretend that most people can do that.
Dude,
And a lot of times, like, right, it's like not even like, not only is the manga established in the industry and they've studied writing and everything, but they also have an editor, and their editor has spent their entire life editing other series, so they know what works because they spent their whole life editing series. So, even if you don't believe in the manga, at least believe in the editor who like edits, like, who has been editing like hundreds of series, like, before, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, can you two right now name me one universally loved manga ending? Name me one universally, everybody just loves it. Silence. And he's and besides, like, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which I think the consensus is that it ended well, everybody hates every ending that comes out.
Yeah, you can find some
random.
Even
Exactly. Even all the popular manga, they always have some fucking weeb, some dweeb ass loser who's gonna turn around and be like, "This is awful. This is awful because I didn't see this. Why did Gojo not come back? Oh my god, bro. Shut the fuck up. You didn't care about the story. If you were so pissed off that Gojo fucking didn't come back, you did not care about the story of JJK, bro. You didn't care from the beginning. You just cared about ore farming. You cared about, like, Gojo as a character, and you cared about, like, Gojo winning or Gojo being the strongest. You didn't give a fuck about what actually happened at the end. You don't. It's so fucking frustrating.
Bro, there's definitely someone out there who's gonna be like, oh, the fact that Ed and Alphonse's mom wasn't resurrected means that the ending was
cut off. Did he cut off for you? You said the fact that.
Did I cut out again?
Yeah, like so bad, bro.
I love it when it happens. You said the fact that.
The fact that.
Oh. Am I cutting out now?
No, you're good.
You're good. The universe
Yeah,
kind of silence you for a second, though.
Spit some shit, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's definitely someone out there who's gonna say the fact that Ed and Alphonse's mom didn't come back at the end means that the ending of FMA was trash.
You should definitely find a Reddit thread like that. 100%.
Ridiculous. Dude literally beat God. Dude literally beat God to bring his fucking brother back. What more could you want? He literally went up against God and decided to bring his brother back, just like creating alchemy and shit, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a perfect allegory for what the religious aspect was. It was a perfect allegory for what, like, the whole alchemy aspect was. And then the fucking, I've never liked a happily ever after ending. Holy shit, the stutter was crazy. I've never liked the happily ever after ending more than with what happened with Full Metal Alchemist, bro. That shit was fucking dope. I would love that ending forever. And people just like sadness, they like despair, or if something happens in a sadness and despair way, they fucking, now we like everything to be happy, and why couldn't everybody live happily ever after and survive? You're never gonna like endings. Though I dread the day the One Piece ending comes out. I dread it. It. The discourse for the next 100 years
insane.
It's gonna be the stupidest thing ever. The amount of shitting on it, the amount of like, I thought the One Piece was gonna be this, I thought the One Piece was gonna be that. It doesn't fucking matter.
For this?
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Literally, that's gonna be the whole thing.
I kind of feel like Oda wrote himself into a hole because no matter what the One Piece is, people are still gonna say it's garbage.
People are gonna say it's garbage forever because that's the whole mystery of like the One Piece is what brings people to the show. All right, like the shows, or Oda said the final arc. I know a lot of people who started watching it and been like, "Dude, I'm trying to catch up before the One Piece is shown because it's gonna get spoiled no matter what."
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
At that point.
At that point, what's the fucking point?
Fucking like leave reality.
There will be nowhere you can go without it having spoiled,
bro.
And the whole story being pointed to that one fucking thing, when I'm telling y'all bitches right fucking now, there's so much more to the One Piece story than what the actual treasure is. There's so many more mysteries that I care about, the same as the One Piece treasure than what the treasure is. What the fuck is Luffy's dream?
Like, in my video, my video earlier today about One Piece world building, I was talking about how like we only really know about the history of like the third world, right? There's still like a whole thing with like the second world, like the whole like history, the whole like arc, and the whole like everything that we have right now. Like this, there's like you could take this and you could implant it into the second world and take this and implant it into the first world, and like there's still like all like 2,000 chapters worth of like information that we still don't have no idea about.
Yep. And listen, and the story's not about the treasure because there's so much more lore to be had. I care about Luffy's dream just as much as I care about the One Piece. And here goes
someone in the comments talking about, oh, you mean that there's more to the story than the One Piece? Oh, you mean like the friends we made along the way? No,
like shut the fuck up. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. That's just that doesn't need to be this treasure because that's just one of the themes of the show. You dumb fuck. They don't need to like reveal that in some grand ending. Luffy just wouldn't be the person who he is today if he didn't have friends that he could trust. That does not take a fucking idiot to realize that shit, bro. You don't have to fucking be a rocket scientist. Look at me being a fucking dumbass, bro. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that friends are important in the One Piece journey. Luffy's dream, the Void Century. Who the fuck are the Gorsei? Who the fuck is Emu? What's Blackbeard? You know what I mean? What happened to who is Shanks? Mihawk? How did he get a black blade? Just so much. That's just so much more than the treasure itself. Yes, the treasure is gonna be great watching it, but again, all the people who are gonna be like, this is ass. You missed everything. You missed everything around it. You missed what the story was trying to tell you. You missed the whole fucking thing. So, actually, this, and I will make like 4 videos a day. Every video will be about me defending what the One Piece is for 30 years straight. That's not a joke. For 30 years straight, I will be defending what the fucking One Piece is with my full chest. Because, I just can't. I can't fucking do it.
What if it's just like a slow zoom out that comes out the front of Roger's eye and shows him laughing, and then it just goes to black, and it says One Piece, and that's it.
This ain't no fucking Sopranos type ending, bro. Going to black and shit like that. I'm fucking. Do you know what would happen? I'm taking a bazooka and I'm putting it on a timer and I'm hopping on the rocket and just firing it up.
What are you doing if like after One Piece is over, the announce a sequel like immediately afterwards?
I'm giving up. I
Two
give up.
Piece.
Two piece.
Let's
The
go.
story of Boofy, bro. Luffy, Luffy and Boa Hancock's son, and that's where I'm at. And I'm done. We are good. I don't like sequel. Well, not necessarily. It depends on the sequel. I like. I know Solo Leveling's got a sequel that I've heard is gas. Obviously, there's Boruto. I like things that add on to the verse. That like things that are spin-offs and stuff like that. House of the Dragon was a prequel, and it's fucking great. I like things that add to the verse. Like if they don't fully, they can talk about the Void Century, what happened, give like an outline. I think that's what's gonna happen. Obviously, there's way too much to go over everything. If they give a separate story about like what the fuck happened in the Void Century with Joy Boy, and it was a series centering around Joy Boy's fucking like time in that, I'm watching that bitch head to toe. That shit would be peak. You know what I mean? But there's a time, and I think it's all gonna be like come full circle with the One Piece story. That I just don't think there's gonna need to be anything after that. Especially the world government's gonna get fucking dismantled, or I hope it does. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think there needs to be a sequel.
What if it's like a slice of life sequel?
Like Luffy fucking old. Have you seen the fucking videos on TikTok of like Luffy going Gear 5 against like his son?
Yeah.
People, the fan animations. Like, what do y'all want from this shit, bro? Like, what do you want from me? What story do you want? I don't know.
Bro, honestly, hot take. I don't even think Luffy's gonna have like a wife.
I don't think Luffy's gonna survive, bro.
Yeah, honestly, like, I could definitely see like just like dying like for the cause.
Yeah, I straight up think he's gonna save everything and become king of the pirates. I think the rule of thumb is somebody finds the One Piece who's not Luffy. I think it's gonna be Blackbeard if it's what I think it is. Or there, and then there's a fight about what the One.
I think it's gonna be like Blackbeard as well.
Yeah, there's a fight about what the One Piece is itself. Luffy then gets it after. Luffy then with the One Piece fights against everybody and saves the world and all that stuff. And because he has the One Piece, he's obviously the king of the pirates, the Sun God, all that stuff. And he fucking dies because we have seen the tolls that his fruit has taken on him. We've seen him have to get the surgery from Ivankov in order to expand his life, but it also shortens the lifespan and everything like that. I genuinely think he doesn't survive. I think there's been a lot alluding to the fact that he doesn't survive. But again, it's shonen.
Like writing wise, that also connects like the whole thing of like when you like writing wise when you think about something like wants and needs, where it's like your external goal versus like your internal need. Where it's like, yeah, Luffy is aiming to like in the beginning of the series, it was just about finding One Piece. But I think like as the story progresses and as Luffy learns more about his like destiny and like learns about who he is as a person, he basically begins to like value like liberty, freedom, and like his relationships and friendships more than like finding like a literal treasure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, it expands.
Like if I can use Naruto as an example, like is it really about Naruto becoming Hokage or is it about bringing peace? So whether or not Naruto actually became Hokage is like besides the point.
Yeah, it's about the road to becoming Hokage. It's about him being able to help his friends.
Exactly. It's so much more than just the goal that they like. The goal in the beginning is to get the reader hyped with the MC. It's to get the reader attached. I'm Naruto and I'm going to become Hokage. Sick. I can't wait to watch this little dude become Hokage. So much more after that. I'm Monkey D. Luffy and I'm going to be king of the pirates. Sick. I can't wait to watch this stretchy dude become king of the pirates. So much more than that. And then you add the stuff that's like as it goes along. I'm Asta. I'm going to become the Wizard King. Not that much more than that, but you know what I mean. The Black Clover slander. I actually like Black Clover, bro. I've seen it.
I like Black Clover too.
I like
I've seen
it.
a lot of slander.
Yeah, it's
I tried
hype.
to watch it. I tried to watch it. That shit was irritating my ears. Like,
Damn. I was about to say a lot of people say Asta's so annoying. I'm like, I don't really see it. I'm used to Naruto, so I don't know. Same shit to me.
I'm crying. He gets better. He definitely gets better as the show goes along, for sure.
Yeah.
I like. There's a lot with the Black Clover and like all of the squads and everything like that. I like the kind of like more expanded adventures and things like that. But that's to take the end goal to expand upon it. Again, it's the same people who did not like the Naruto ending because they thought it was just about the end goal and refused to understand the themes that were introduced. It's the same people who are not going to like the One Piece, who think it's just about the One Piece, don't understand any of the themes at all. Dude, I have fucking political arguments with people saying that One Piece isn't political. If that's your take, you're an idiot. You're not worth my fucking time. Then there's no reason to talk to you because you're just not going to understand anything about life. You just need to bury yourself, and like that's it.
Said you're an idiot, and that's how we get buried.
We should call this fucking episode Nerdking Unhinged, bro. You guys just letting me fucking. You guys just letting me fucking yap and go fucking stupid on
Feral,
people today,
that's
bro. Just fucking from a pissed off. I gotta
We got
stop.
rabies this episode.
Damn straight. I gotta stop talking to people in comment sections. That's what gets me pissed off. I gotta stop, bro.
Bro, Luffy doesn't even have Toon Force.
Nah, I hope it ends with aliens.
Aliens would be crazy. All right.
Aliens that want to destroy the planet.
Aliens that come down, destroy the planet,
And then use the One Piece as power.
And then they turn around and then they say, "We're gonna destroy the universe." And then I'll turn around and be like, "Luffy's universal." And then that's where the One Piece.
Because I can beat Goku now.
Yeah, Luffy can beat Goku. Say what's up, bitches.
Yo,
just before we go, imagine. This is not gonna happen. Obviously not. This is just a fun hypothetical. Imagine it turned out to be some universal, multiversal type shit, and Luffy was on a Goku type level. Dragon Ball fans would lose their minds. Dragon Ball fans would never be allowed to speak about anything again. If it genuinely the sentence of Luffy solos would be fucking out there instead of Goku solos.
It'd be crazy to say.
The entirety of what Dragon Ball fans live for.
That's the only thing that Dragon Ball fans have going for them, because they don't read their own series anyway. So it's just like the only thing that they can cling to is power scaling and Goku solos.
Yo, fuck them fucking Dragon Ball fans, bro. It's not a Triple Nexus episode unless we're slandering against some bitch-ass Dragon Ball fans, bro.
Right.
Fuck them, dude. Alright, that's the hour, yo. Time flies by when you're fucking three sexy-ass motherfuckers. Thank y'all for tuning into Triple Nexus episode 9, bro. Make sure you're tuned in every Sunday. We're going to go live. Tune into triplenexus.podcast on TikTok. Look for all of our clips and things like that. If you're listening on YouTube, go listen on Spotify. If you're listening on Spotify, go listen on YouTube. You know how it is. Go support us everywhere. Follow our actual TikTok accounts. If you're here, you're probably from one of our TikTok accounts anyway. But peace out, y'all. I hope y'all have a great week, and we'll see y'all next Sunday.
That'd be good.